Hey now, makers, I have a video on YouTube now. It's amazing. It's a YouTuber, his name is Peter McKinnon, and he says something that was very wise, which I'm sure he heard from somebody else. It's really stuck with me. The saying goes, something finished is better than something perfect. That has been something that has killed so many projects of mine. It's unfathomable how many times I've gotten so close to finishing something and it's just not perfect, and I'll work on it some more and it's just not perfect. And so something that is finished is better than something that's perfect. So here we are, vlog one. We're in front of my most favorite place on earth, Dallas Makerspace. If you're not familiar with the Makerspace, what it is, it's a group of people who come together and we all pay our monthly fees and we get to use these amazing tools. 16,200 square feet of just fun. If you're into making, this is for makers. So if you're not into making, but you like to watch things being made, could be possibly interesting to you. I've got quite a few interests that coincide with what's going on inside here. The electronic slab, 3D printing, full wood shop, which you're about to see, with a CNC router, nice large 10x5 CNC router, metal shop, we have the plasma cutter, we've got welding, auto shop. I'm not gonna go through each one and tell you what's in it. You're about to see. But yeah, this shows me primarily about the things that I'm interested in. And it's not gonna have any specific topic. Initially it was going to be about making and makers, and there'll be a lot of that for sure. But I don't want to pin myself down to any one particular topic. Ooh. This is brand new for me, and I'm just gonna roll with it. I'm not comfortable being in front of the camera. This is not natural for me. Not particularly fond of it, but there's things out there that I want you guys to see. It's really amazing what's going on. Some of the making, some of these brains that are up here that are just, it's such a vortex. We have such a high concentration of creativity and ingenuity and just overall basic intelligence and the ability to dream it up and make it. If you don't know how to make it, learning how to make it. And so that's what Makerspace is all about, is the education.
He's a software guy too. Yeah, previously he did a lot of hardware.
So tonight is tour night, so it's a little bit crowded than usual. Every Thursday night at 7 we have tour night. This is one of the pinball machines. This is our little sign up. Just a general waiver that's required from everybody that enters the space. Here's another old. Some of you guys may recognize this. I've never seen one before, but it's kind of fun.
Friend who just moved there in like September.
It's a little loud in there. Off here we got this electronics room. Need to do a quick scan in here. They've got a serious meeting in here, so we're not going to interrupt it. But we'll be back on a later episode to explore the electronics a little bit more. This is our gallery. Our galley. We've got a galley here where you can come and grab some snacks, and then scan it off. It's all on the honor system. When I say honor system, then we have our personal storage. We've got different bins that you can store your things in, and you know it's always going to be here when you get here, so you don't have to haul bags back and forth. And then the fridge and basic kitchen. Excuse me. Across the hall we have the 3D printing lab, where we've got 6 poly printers. This is a form printer, resin printer, which uses actual lasers. And over here we've got the powder printer, which nobody has yet learned how to do. So if you know how to work a powder printer, appreciate it's been kind of sitting there for a couple of weeks now. But somebody hasn't taken the reins of that yet. And yeah, no worries.
Can you buzz me real quick?
Yeah, sure, no problem. See, one thing just real quick, how to never lose your key. Have your key implanted inside your hand. Yes, that was true. He's freaked out right now. Yes, it's in my hand. It's an implant. Microchip, yes. Just an easy way to get in and out. Here is the what we call arts and crafts, the arts and crafts room.
No, we call it
I love saying that. They always,
You know what?
it riles them up. It riles them up. No, it's a lot more than arts and crafts in here. We've got over here, if you're into making t-shirts, and this is relatively new in the past few months. It's a way you can burn the emulsion into the screens. We got some screens here, and you come in and grab a screen and put your film on it and make yourself a screen for the shirt. Do a quick scan over here. We've got sewing machine, prop making, a lot of cosplay going on here. Drawing, leatherworking, more leatherworking. Okay, kind of see what's going on in here. I mean, just a lot of fun stuff. We'll be in here quite a bit tonight. Actually, we're going to be back in here. We're going to be using this guy. This is a vinyl cutter, and it allows you to make this right here, or you can make logos. Like here's our logo right here. All right, and we have vinyl right here, and you come and you pay for the per foot. So per linear foot is $2, and pull it off, measure it, cut it, stick it. All right, so this is the lecture hall. So you've got meetings here. You've got, of course, lectures, different types of events that we have where we'll watch maybe a premiere. Sometimes we just come in here and we'll all be working on separate things and be just watching YouTube videos that we all have similar interest in. Little printer here, this little copier. Then we got.
What are you doing?
Hey.
Hi.
Yeah, doing a little recording.
Go,
Yeah, just John.
Scare them away.
So this is the interactive room. This is where art happens. This is where the messy things happen. Also, robotics meets here every Tuesday. We also do the screen printing in here. This is the dryer for screen printing. All right, moving on. All right, I'm gonna go stick this over here. To the left, we have all of the, this is called personal storage for members. We're gonna have, I said personal storage, I meant project storage. This is our stand-up project area here. And this is mine right here. So I'm going to stick it right here for now. I'll come back in just a minute to pick this up and throw it in my bag. All right, so let's continue on. What else we got? This is just a general work area. It's where you can come and assemble. You can. We got these fridges right here that are on loan from across the street. This is for the Bonnet brew off. So they put all these fridges in here, and it's just full of beer. And so we got the taste testing going on, and judging, and it's pretty exciting. This is just if you have something at the house or the office and you just don't want to throw it away, you come and throw it up here, and people just come and grab things off. Possibly they need a MOSFET that's on here, or they want to do something with the board, or they need a cord, and they're willing to sift through a rat's nest of cords. I did it one time. I saw a rat's nest in there. I was just curious what was all in there. I found a couple of HDMI cords, micro, and I haven't been back here since, except to just kind of do a quick scan. But there is some interesting stuff in there that, like, this is something I've had just laying forever. It doesn't work. I'm just throwing it out there. Everybody knows it's not going to be working, but somebody may want something off of it. If it's still there in a couple of weeks, we're just going to toss it. Oh, right here. This is a vacuum form. So what happens here is you put your sheets right here. It's just ABS plastic, different colors. You can get different sizes. What it does is it presses on here, heats it up. Sorry, you'll heat it up with this heater. It slides over, and then we'll heat up these sheets and get it to a temperature to where the plastic is actually dripping down, and then you can actually hit a air bit, a quick little burst of air, kind of help it come back up. But it's so hot, it's wanting to just drip and melt. And then you bring it over the item which you want it to form, and you hit the vacuum, and it'll suck the air out, let it cool, and the end result right here, a vacuum formed piece of plastic. And it can be used for all types of things. I've got a fun project that I'm going to be using that on here pretty shortly in the science lab, which is growing mycelium in growing mushrooms, which in the process of growing mushrooms, first there's the mycelium that grows before you actually see the actual mushroom head that will pop up above the ground. That is something that will bind the ingredients that it's eating. Whatever its substrate is that's inside will be, that's too much right now. We'll come back to that. We're on a quick tour, sorry. I'm gonna try not to get distracted. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Science, all types of funness, okay? We're gonna be spending quite a bit of time in here as well. Everywhere I'm taking you, just about, except for one place, we're gonna be spending some time in. You know, when you have right about 1,700 members paying $50 a month towards membership, it starts to add up. You know, our monthly nut gets covered, and we get to buy some fun things like this right here. This is a safety cabinet, and everything in there is sterile, and it'll actually be hit again with the UV light before I start working in there, make sure anything that might have gotten in there is sterile. And this is where I do what's called inoculations, where I'll inoculate the substrate with spores, and then a few weeks later, the spores become mycelium, and the mycelium will become mushroom, and all types of really tasty. So we got lion's mane, which is a mushroom that actually tastes like crab. Tastes like crab cakes. This is not kicking on. All right, edit that out. I don't know why it's not working. I'll have to look at that. I don't know what's going on. I'm not gonna bore you with it. Right here we got Vector. And this is where they work on the pinwheel machines. We have a member that has a player piano that he completely restored, which is pretty amazing. We've got this guy right here is a little seabird, which is a record player changer back from the 40s, I believe.
1947.
47.
Seaberg. It's one of the referred to as the trash can jukebox.
Trash can jukebox.
Yeah, because it looks like a big giant trash can.
Makes sense. So the restoration is on some of the stuff is very interesting. And then right here, right here, you have the chair of this area. An amazing man that is always fun to talk to, and just the thing about this place is not so much the space that you have to play with everything. It's not so much the tools. It's the resource from the people. It's amazing, and so yeah, let's move on. So yeah, I mean, you're definitely a wide mix of personalities and interests and things that are just you've never seen before. Here's the jewelry. They're looks like they're making. Let's see what they're making.
You know, and start doing any, a thing and stuff. So what does she need $20 an hour?
Oh, they're talking. Well, take a look. Hey
Oh,
guys.
you're fine.
Hey, oh yeah, sorry. Can we take a look? See what you're making?
Yeah.
Ah, cool. Oh, what's your name? I haven't met you.
My name is Mary. I just
Hey,
saw you
Mary.
outside. I'm new.
Oh, you're new, huh?
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm
Well,
new.
welcome to the
Thank
space.
you.
Excellent.
She's making.
Oh, nice.
I'm
And what is the
working
end
on-
result for this?
It's called a slave bracelet.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Like that.
excellent. Oh, very nice.
That's what it looks like. Fancy.
How fun. See,
Now I get to
all
do something
all kinds of randomness always happen. Hey, what's going on? It should be unlocked.
The front?
Yeah, the front should be unlocked. It's tour night. Oh,
Alright,
did you
where
go?
you at?
Are you, I can go to the back. Are you coming in the back?
I'm at the back, but I mean, whatever.
No, it's fine. I'm right here. I'll let you in. I'm on my way. So Kirk and I are working on a project. When I say Kirk, his name is now Kirk A. This is a new artist name. I've known him since I've known Kirk since I'm what, 11 years old. So we're doing light painting. When I say we, he's doing the light painting, which is pretty amazing. You want to show a little bit what you got?
Sure. Put on the spot.
And so we're making light boxes for these to kind of light up the back, to make them pop a little bit more. So all this was done what's called in camera with a long exposure.
That's my lovely wife. Yeah, and many others.
Many others. You'll be seeing them. We're gonna be kicking them out. That's actually why he's here tonight. We're gonna be working on that here in a minute. So you're gonna get to see what we're working on. I'm doing a quick tour. I'm almost done. Right here we've got the auto. We've got an auto lift. Tons of tools over here. We passed through the machine shop, which has a Haas. See that guy right there. So you've got a coal saw right here. We've got a drill press and metal lathe, Bridgeport, which is very similar to the Haas, but it's all manual. And then all kinds of bits and stuff that we'll see later. This was Hatcher's. Fire marshal rules. Hatcher's is closed until further notice. Do not enter. Here we get the lasers. And we just happen to have the laser chair. Hi, this is Stephanie.
Hello.
Can you tell us what's going on with lasers?
I have lasers down right now, so I need to run tests.
Bad timing. Oh, we got a laser issue. I'll just tell you real quick. We've got this guy right here, which is 130 watt. The bed is 62. I always forget the dimensions. It's 62 by 48-ish. I don't see it. It used to be written right here, but so it's 120 watt or 130, and these are the same wattage, just a little bit smaller bed. We've got two of them, the smaller ones here, and here we've got the metal shop, where you do everything from bending sheet metal. You got chop saws, sanders, sand blaster, bandsaw, grinders. You got a little mini drill press over there. MIG, TIG, stick welding, as well as a plasma, a handheld plasma. And then over here, you've got the plasma cutter, which is a CNC plasma cutter. And you can lay material down on this bed, particularly metal, and it will burn right through it, and it will make either designs, patterns, verbiage, and it'll cut it out. End result, closet for, so this guy right here, any guesses? It is an oven for powder cutting. All right, we've got the induction heater right here. This guy right here will heat a solid piece of metal extremely fast. All right, I'll show you real quick. It won't take very long. This is kind of cool. All right, let me grab a little safety helmet here. Show you guys real quick what this is. Hi. Oh, I'm talking to them. Sorry. So yeah, I'm just gonna turn this on real quick. And I'm gonna grab a piece of scrap, which I know is right here. Let that dry out. And then here's another piece of scrap right here. So we're gonna use this. And let me go grab a glove. I'm gonna go ahead and start here. Now, this guy right is going right now, okay? So this guy right here, you would think it'd be like super hot, but look, I'm actually touching it, okay? This is like super hot, but when I stick something in between it, what happens is it actually conducts the heat. And you see how quickly it gets red hot. I mean, that's red hot. And then once you get it heated up, go ahead and turn it off. And I'm actually in no rush. I mean, it's something that, hang on. We get set up here. I mean, I took a long time to set that up. And this thing is still very warm. And I'm not even rushing it. And you can see I'm just barely pushing. And that's how meltable. So you can imagine if it was still red hot. Okay, now it's already cooled, and now it's not bending near as easily. And so that is the induction heater. And in the next couple of days, we're going to be making a crucible for it that'll actually sit inside of it, so you'll be able to drop Coke cans inside of this mold, which will be it'll just keep it from getting too hot, because we don't want the coals to get too hot. And so we're going to make a cast and actually use the vacuum form to make the cast, and then create a place for the crucible to sit in. You can drop Coke cans in there and create your own aluminum. Not the best quality aluminum, but still kind of a fun project.
The same one?
Did I find my, yes, I did.
Okay.
Just a place that I put it down.
Where you put it?
Exactly where I put it, and forgot. So this is part of the wood shop here. We have assembly tables, and we got all types of woodworking that are going on in this on these tables. Strictly woodworking, no metal objects, and all types of just tools. You can look at them. You know what these are. I don't need to tell you, but I will later. If you don't know, we'll go in another episode. We'll be working in that area a lot as well. It's gonna be really loud in here, and so I'll probably do a voiceover. It gets pretty noisy with the dust collectors. We've got two separate dust collectors, which you can see are running on separate channels, and each zone can be turned on and off by either going directly here and turn it on if you're working in this zone, or there's also remotes that are set up. But then what happens is you get to a specific tool that you're using, you open the gate. Oh. All right, you know, you get a lot of people around here, sometimes things break. And so that's not supposed to slide all the way out. Usually, it's pretty amazing with as many people as we have that more things are not broken around here. The things that get broken are usually quick, fixed pretty quickly. Sometimes they're not so quick. You open up the blast gate right here. It allows the suction to come in, and so I'm actually feeling a suction here that's pulling the dust that's being cut down through here. It's coming up, going out, and going through a vortex and separating the large particles from the fine particles and being filtrated and then taken out and dumped. All types of tools in here. We've got a couple of table saws. This is a older Delta, which is good for some things, but this guy right here is a Sawzall. Anytime since it's skin, it'll just stop and drop. That guy over there will cut your hand right off. This, if you accidentally hit it, it's going to stop and then drop and save your hand. We have a drum sander. We got a table router, belt sanders over there, bandsaws, lathes, planer, router, and here's our CNC. This is a multi-cam CNC router. We spend a lot of time over there. A little sanding area, some sandpaper. It's a long video because there's a lot here. There's a lot going on.